Hello, everyone. Wow, it's been a long time since I've seen some of you. I'm really excited. Last week we had like the interim assessment. That was crazy. Some of us still haven't really gotten, we got some issues with the interim assessment, but I'm gonna explain that in just a minute. So don't worry. Like I'll never, even if I'm gone, I'll never leave you guys hanging. Let me adjust my camera just a little bit. There we go. So I'll never leave you guys hanging. We'll figure it all out. But let's talk about what we're doing this week. It's going to be awesome. So this week, like I said, if you're in computer science, hang tight till the end. I'm going to do computer science last because I have a few other things to explain to you that I told some of you I'd explain in an email. So I'm going to give you that as well. So I'm going to try to jump. I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to jump in too much to some of the stuff. I just wanted to say hi and tell you what we're going to do. So let's resize this a little bit. There we go. Put it in the middle. I'll make it smaller whenever I start explaining stuff. So, interim assessment is done and gone. Some of you have sent me emails about that. So thanks for all of you that have done that. I'm grading those today. So if you're not seeing your interim assessment grade, this is for all my courses. That's okay. That just doesn't mean you didn't take it. It just means I have to go in and manually grade some of the questions. So some of the questions were based on like a plus minus basis. So got to go in and grade those today. Don't worry. They will all be done by the end of the day. All assignments will be done by the end of the day, and you'll know what your first cycle grade was officially with your interim assessment by the end of the day. So look out for that. So that's really cool. So let's just start from the top. AP Computer Science. You have some big stuff that we're going to talk about at 8:30 this morning because we got to kind of restructure a little bit because of an issue that happened with code.org. I'll explain all that in class this morning. But basically, there was an issue with getting into the interim assessment. I know that some of you had trouble with that. But the good news is you should have already been able to turn in your assignment, which is half your grade for interim assessment anyway. So I'm going to grade all those today as well. But just know that there's some updates coming in the live session today that I won't put on here because it's just kind of relevant to you guys. Game design. You got a really exciting week coming up. It's a whole new unit, I say coming up, but just to let you know, guys, I just returned from Istanbul. Some of you, apparently didn't get the email that I sent out before I left for Istanbul, so you were like texting me or worried. No, I was in Istanbul. I was in Ankara for 2 days, and then we went to Istanbul for 2 days, and then now I'm home. So I am home today, and we're gonna get caught up. So today's all about getting those emails answered. So if you're having big issues, don't worry. We'll get into a live session. So I was gonna tell you, my first live session or open office session is today at 12:30. Please try to make that session if you can, because if you have any questions, because I am going to set up live sessions for you guys because of me being absent and that kind of stuff, but I don't have unlimited time for live sessions. So I need you to, if you can, come into that 12:30 session. We'll work it out there. So game design, brand new unit, really excited about it. It's a whole new thing, a whole new, ball game. And that's kind of how game design set up for the rest of the year. There's kind of all new units. Every unit has its own skills that you're learning, and then you're all going to bring that stuff together at the end, to make your game. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So good luck with that. Like I said, pretty straightforward. Computer science. This is the part where most of you, like, if you're not in computer science, you can turn this off. I'll just tell you that I'm really excited to be back with you guys. I'm excited to meet this morning with AP and then tomorrow with computer science. So thanks, guys, for watching. If you're not in computer science, you can turn this off, or you can hang around and watch what we're doing in computer science. That's cool, too. So in computer science, we're working with this new language called AHK, Auto Hotkey. And auto hotkey is a totally different kind of programming. It's programming that's focused on automation. And not just automation, but automation with a specific platform, which is Windows. So it's really cool, actually. I love AHK. I create a lot of AHK scripts. And I'm going to lower my face, and then I can show you guys. There we go. Let me resize my face, and I will jump in here and I'll show you how to get AHK. So AHK is pretty easy. It's just autohotkey.com, and we're going to go to download. Now, some of you have expressed that this is giving you a little security warning. It's not secure. AutoHotkey is 100% secure, and depending on the security settings of your computer, it may give you a little, this is risky. It's not. AutoHotkey itself can be risky. You can write programming language. You can write viruses with AutoHotkey. You can write things to manipulate the hardware of your computer with AutoHotkey. So in a sense, yeah, it can be a little risky, but anything can be risky. So we, if we use it the wrong way. Okay, so just be responsible. And there are definitely things, like I said, you can do with AutoHotkey that aren't so kosher on your computer, but just leave, let's keep it to what we're doing in class. So we download AutoHotkey really quick. We run the installer, go past any warnings, anything. I promise you AutoHotkey is safe. Once you have it downloaded, what you'll be able to do, and this is how you access AutoHotkey. You will right click anywhere on your desktop, and this is after you've installed it. You go down to New, and then AutoHotkey Script, and it creates a new hotkey on your desktop. This is my new hotkey. See, new hotkey. I think that's what it was already named. But I have this new hotkey, right? Now, if I double click it, it's going to run the hotkey, and that's not what we want to do. We don't want to double click it. We want to run it. We want to edit it. So what I can do is click it, right click, and open with, and then I can open with just a text editor. I like Notepad++, but in this case, I'm going to open it in Notepad just so you can see what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Now, the cool thing is you don't need any of this stuff. You can get rid of all that. Okay, it just tells you what the defaults are for AutoHotkey. But what you can do is that now that you're in AutoHotkey, you can start playing around with it, start writing some code. So I'm going to open up one that I've already done to show you guys what it can look like. And we've looked at some of these earlier in the year, but now you're going to actually start building them and making them. It's really cool. So let's go to my school files. Where's my scripts? All right, let's see. This is, as you can see, I have a lot of files for this class. My scripts, AHK. So here's some of the AHKs that I've written. Let's do the GUI. Now, GUI test is complicated. How about something that's quicker? Timestamps. I don't know. Let's do something that's a little bit less complicated. How about just a clicker? Do I have a clicker? Yay, I have a clicker. So here's a clicker. I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to open with Notepad, and it's going to show you the code. And this is the easiest piece of code ever. It's got a little command here called pause. Then when I hit Control E, that's the activation. That's the hotkey that we're going to press to make all of our code run. Each thing, all the scripts that you run, you're going to have a key that you press to make it happen. So mine is Control E. And then inside of my Control E, we're going to loop and we're going to click send a sleep 100. So all this is doing is saying click, wait 100 milliseconds, click, wait 100 milliseconds, click. If I hit F8, it'll pause it. If I hit escape, it will close the app. And I'll show you that this works in just a second. So Control E, I'm going to double click on that. It is now running. And you can see that a hotkey is running because you now have a little H down here on your right. And it says clicker.hk. So that's what it's running. So now, in theory, if I hit Control E, it should start clicking. And sure enough, it is. It's clicking, and then every 100 milliseconds, it's clicking again. And that's why it's, and so since I'm sending the letter E, that allows it to shift without double clicking. So there's no chance of it ever double clicking. So I put that in there just for myself. You don't have to have that in there, but I did it so that it will shift around on the app so it doesn't accidentally double click something or, and this is a great piece of script if, if you're, someone's, making sure you're working or something, or making sure your computer's active. You can turn this on. It looks like it's active the whole time. But I didn't say that. That's not what I would use it for if I were you. But it's a great piece of, little code, little easy program. Like I said, I'll open that up, one more time so that you can see it, just in case you guys want to write this and try it. If you copy this code exactly, you can write your first AHK script, and that'll be awesome. So do that. And then I'm going to show you what the tutorials look like. So let me do this. Let me open this up one more time. And I don't want this video to run too much longer. But there's your code. So if you want to, I don't know if you can make, can you make it bigger? I think I can. Yeah. There you go. All right, so there's your code. If you want to write that AHK script, go ahead and do that. Pause this, take a screenshot, whatever. So let me show you what the tutorials look like. Now, these tutorials are really well-written tutorials, which is why they are just uploaded to the OHS. These are great tutorials, and I love these tutorials, and they have a project at the end, which I'm going to put in here probably today, so you'll see that updated today. But I put them in PDF format and Word format. All you have to do is click on it, open it up, and there you go. It's going to take you through the directions of it's going to take you through all the directions of creating a new script, which we just did. So that one's pretty easy. Writing your first script. It's going to teach you how to do a Control J to activate a send command, which is like the output command that we used in Python. Yeah, and that's pretty easy. So all you have to do this week is get through these 3 tutorials. It's not that bad. They're pretty easy. There's nothing due at the end of the week. Your assignments are going to be due at the end of next week, so don't worry. So fiddle around with this, play with it today. If you get confused, just send me an email or jump into the Net Help session at 12:30. Worst case, send me an email. I will get you a private session this week. I promise. My schedule is wide open for private sessions. But other than that, thanks guys for watching. I know it went a little bit long, but if you need any help at all, please reach out to me today. We'll get caught up. And I'm really excited to see all of you. Have a good one.